Chapter 3. Trapped Souls. Deprived from life, 6 children lie on tables in an eternal sleep. Their souls travel amongst one another, trapped in a room where their bodies were laid to rest. Tiara, Michael, Leslie, Sade, Layla, and Sean all cried out, screaming for help, hoping that someone could hear them. The dream angel crosses through dimension from where her souls, trapped to answer the cries of 6 souls crying out for help. The children are pulling on the handle of the door, trying to get it open, until they see an image of a little girl passing through the door as if it was already open. All 6 of them, frightened, jump back from the door on the stairs. Lala and Sean fell down the stairs as the others ran down the stairs, joining them at the bottom. The dream angel floats over the table in which the children rest with no privilege of ever awakening. What happened? Who did this? The dream angel asked. I don't know. Last thing I remember was being on a playground at school and someone grabbed me from behind and put a rag or a towel over my nose and mouth. When I woke up, I was here. I just want to go home, little Tiara said, crying, not knowing that she was no longer alive. None of the children nor the dream angel wanted to tell little Tiara what really happened to them, since she was only 5 years old, knowing she would not understand. Did any of you get a look at who did this to you? The dream angel asked. I remember the guy who abducted me, Michael said. What did he look like? The dream angel asked. I was walking home from school and this car pulled up to me. A man pulled up asking me for directions somewhere. I can't remember the street he was asking about. And then out of nowhere, he's asking me if I want some candy. I told him no thanks and kept walking. He sped up a little, stopped and got out of the car. I tried to run, but he moved so fast, I didn't get very far. He grabbed me and picked me up while I was kicking and screaming. I bit him on his left forearm, trying to get loose. Then he put a rag over my nose and mouth too. I really didn't get a good look at him. I don't remember anything after that, Michael said. All the other children began to speak at the same time, asking the dream angel who was she and how was she able to come through the door like that. I am Tamaria Armstrong. I was abducted like you by one of these cowards and murdered. My soul is trapped somewhere I cannot explain. When there's harm happening to other children, or souls of other children are crying out for help, I can hear them. Before I was murdered, I said a ritual to my killer, which is why I think I can hear and come to the aid of those who have been hurt. I do not know how to free you from here, but I can tell you when your bodies are found, your souls will be released. Let me check around this house to see if someone's here. The dream angel makes a different exit from the basement as she floats through the ceiling, coming to the main floor of the house. When coming to the main floor, she ended up at the passageway of the kitchen, where she could see into the dining room and the living room. She could see the person on the couch sleeping, so she continued to search the rest of the house as she checked the 2 rooms and bathroom downstairs. Once she saw no one else was on that floor, she continued her search upstairs. No one else was in the house besides the person she saw sleeping on the couch and the trapped souls that were in the basement. Angry now from the disposition of what she saw, she's starting to burn up as you can see the fire flaring in her eyes. She passes through the floor of the upstairs, leading her to the main floor where the person on the couch is resting. She glances at the bite mark on his forearm and began to really burn up as her hair began to flare up while it's blowing back. A ping pong paddle fell from her wrist as she smacked the guy upside his head so hard while he was resting on the couch that his left arm flew off his chest, hitting the glass on the floor with the kind of force to break it into small pieces, leaving cuts all over his knuckles. "Get up. How could you? What did they do to deserve this? Why did you have to kill them?" the dream angel asked in a fury rage. She smacked him so hard. She smacked him into an eternal sleep. Knocking his soul out of his body, the guy jumped up, ready to fight. "Oh boy, you're gonna hate you did that," Christopher said, not knowing what was in store for him as he looked up to a little girl floating over him. He immediately knew something was abnormal about the situation he had just encountered. He went from being mad to now being scared as he witnessed an angry little girl's whole body start catching to fire. The dream angel starts to laugh. "What did you say? I'm going to hate what? Look down." Krish looks down to observe he's still on the couch sleeping, with his left arm now hanging off the end of the couch over the broken glass. "Wait a minute. How am I still sleeping on the couch and here at the same time? What are you? Who are you?" First off, all one question at a time. And no, you're not asleep. Join the crowd. You're dead, like everyone else in here. Second, who I am is not important. What is important is how you could die on the first hit. I didn't even have time to torture you yet, but that's okay. I have a different way of torturing you. You're about to pay dearly for this. The dream angel could see the officer observing the inside of the house, and knew that he couldn't see her or the soul she was about to claim since they were no longer amongst the living. She also knew help was about to arrive for the missing children and souls that were trapped in the basement.